Hi, everybody. My name's Jan Brown. Are you ready for some football? Do you love tailgates and game watching parties, but are completely lost once the game starts? If you'd like to be able to follow the action, Football 101 is for you. You'll learn about the field, the rules, officials, player positions, basic strategy, some strange football terminology, and even how to read the scoreboard. You will tour the FSU Moore Athletic Center for a behind the scenes program at a major college football. Football season starts in a few short months. Join me Monday, May 5th at 10 o'clock at Allegro Senior Living and be ready for the season.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nick Santamaria. I'm a professional entertainer and a film historian. My specialty is classic comedy. And this class that I'm offering is about the Three Stooges. It's called The Three Stooges 100 Years of Laughter. That's right. They've been around annoying us for over 100 years, believe it or not. We're going to look at a lot of questions. Why did Curly leave the act? Why did Mo take all the credit? How did Larry get his hair like that? There was a star comedian who was responsible for their existence. We're going to learn all about him and how that all happened. There's a lot of history behind this. They were at Columbia Studios for 23 years and made 190 of those shorts. 190. We're going to look at film clips. We're going to learn a lot and we're going to laugh. I'll see you there May 5th from 12 noon to 1:30, and that's 6 weeks on Zoom. So be here and remember.
Oh, hello. My name is Aaron Leonard. I'm an author and historian coming to you from California. I'm going to be doing a Zoom class May 5th from 12 to 1:30. It's based on my book, Whole World in an Uproar, Music, Rebellion, and Repression between 1955 and 1972, what is considered the long 60s. This will be a 6-week course. Just to give you a flavor of it, I want to read you two quotes, which I think kind of get at the meat of what this is. The first one is, I do not suggest for one moment that there is a conspiracy among some songwriters, entertainers, and movie producers to subvert the unsuspecting listener. In my opinion, there isn't any, but the cumulative impact of some of their work advances the wrong cause. That was said by Spiro Agnew, who was Richard Nixon's vice president and a trailblazer in culture wars that we still find ourselves deeply immersed in. And I want to counterpose that with this basically song lyric that was taken from an anarchist manifesto. This is from Jefferson Airplane. We are obscene, lawless, hideous, dangerous, dirty, violent, and young. Everything they say we are, and we are very proud of ourselves. This course is going to track the repression that was leveled against some of the most cutting edge artists of the era. It's repression that was both conscious in some respects and systemic in another regard. From the fundamentally coerced exit of the touring stage of the Beatles and Bob Dylan, the FBI pursuit of artists such as Dave Van Ronk, Phil Oakes, and Miriam Makeba, the denied visas of the Kinks, John Lennon, George Harrison, Mick Jagger, and Keith Richards, the censorship and suppression of Johnny Cash, the Rolling Stones, and Gordon Lightfoot, the energy-draining weight of drug arrests of bands like Jefferson Airplane, the Grateful Dead, Sly and the Family Stone, Buffalo Springfield, and others, and the denial of permits for the use of private and municipal space from Woodstock to Altamont. I'm going to get into all of this through video clips, music. I did a fair amount of filing of Freedom of Information Act, so I have some kind of rare documentation from the FBI. So all in all, we're going to take you to the wild ride of the 60s and look at it from a whole different angle. I hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lisa Wickstead with Connections Yoga, and I'm going to be teaching a Zoom class. It's a 6 weeks class starting May the 5th from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock on Mondays. This class is a digestive health chair yoga. So if you want to improve the efficiency of your digestive system, if you want to alleviate any discomforts that you might have, or if you just are looking for some good, healthy movement, come join our class. It's a chair yoga class, so we'll be using a chair and seated and standing poses for greater stability and balance. Great way to get some good balance, good strength and flexibility engaging in this class. What are we doing over the 6 weeks? We're going to be looking at stretching and how stretching benefits the digestive system, twisting, folding, compression, breathing, and passive and active massage. All of these techniques benefit the digestive system and help us to feel best, just our complete best that we can be. So please come join me on Mondays from 2 to 3 o'clock on Zoom. I look forward to sharing this class with you. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Daryl Myers. I'm going to be teaching a class called History of the Earth, Geology, Climate, and Life. It's going to start on Tuesday, May 6th at 10 in the morning. It's going to go on for 6 weeks. This is going to be, I'm a history professor, or at least an adjunct professor, at Tallahassee State College, what used to be Tallahassee Community College. And I teach history, American history and all that kind of stuff. This is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be looking at the history of our planet over the long period, over geological time, and telling it as a story, sort of like the stories that we're used to hearing in history class. So I'll talk a little bit about, how scientists, what evidence they have, how they interpret it, how they built up these picture of what happened, but mostly it's going to be just going through the stages of Earth's history and interesting and important things that happened and telling stories about it. And so don't forget to show up. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a ride that's going to go for billions of years, but it's going to take only 6 weeks. So I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Circuit Judge J. Lane Smith. Right now, I'm in the car traveling between counties in our circuit. Starting on Tuesday, May the 6th, from 2 p.m. to 3:45 p.m., I'm going to be teaching a class by Zoom titled Civics, Law, and Justice. I'm going to cover our state and federal governments, the Bill of Rights, grand juries and death sentence cases, criminal law, civil and family law, and a day in the life of a trial judge. I hope you'll join me and have questions ready. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Marnie Richards, and I'll be teaching chair yoga in person at Dragonfly Studios in Tallahassee. We'll meet on Tuesdays from 2:30 to 3:30, starting on May 6th. And I like to remind people that chair yoga is real yoga. We'll be sitting and standing, using chairs for support and balance as needed. We'll be practicing asanas, which are yoga postures and breathing techniques. And in this kind of practice, we'll be getting all the benefits of a yoga practice. So helping to maintain or even increase strength and movement, balance, a sense of calm and focus. And the benefits of being in an in-person setting is being able to practice with a group and able to ask questions and get individual help as you need. So I hope you'll be able to join us. Thanks.
I'm Dr. Jason Williams. I'm an associate clinical professor at Florida State University. And starting May 7th at Westminster Oaks, I'm going to be teaching a 6 classes on aging well through nutrition and exercise. And so we will look at the latest research, certain best practices in nutrition and exercise for middle age and older populations. We'll exercise. We will talk stretching. We'll talk breathing. We'll talk fueling, and everything will be backed by published research. There will be some anecdotes, but primarily it'll be, backed on, uh, evidence that's supported in the literature. So less opinion-based, more science. And again, that starts May 7th from 9:30 to 11:15 at Westminster Oaks. Hope you can make it.
Hello, I'm Sarah Black Sadler. I'm an artist and art educator. And this summer, I will be bringing a quilting class. It's a hands-on class to OLLI. We'll be meeting on Wednesdays starting May 7th at Allegro. And in this class, the class is called Universal Comforts, and we're going to be exploring quilting techniques from all around the world, from Indian kansa quilting to Korean bojagi to English paper piecing. This class, maybe those techniques sound a little daunting. They're not. They're really approachable. This class is open to people who have never touched needle and thread before, or people who have been quilting their whole lives. It's going to be really fun. We're going to have both hand quilting and machine quilting options. And I hope that you come and join us. It's going to be great.
Bonjour, I'm Maggie McCauley, and I'm going to be teaching Gentle French Conversation starting May 7th at 11:30 a.m. This class is going to take place at the Alliance Française of Tallahassee. Gentle French Conversation is just as it sounds. It's a slow and gentle entry into learning French through dialogues, which we will expand on according to student wishes. We will practice them, and we will also add some culture and some information about France. And I will be including tastings. That's tastings, my voice went out, with wine and cheese and other wonderful things. So I hope you'll come and join us. And since this class does meet at lunchtime, feel free to bring your lunch. See you in class. Au revoir.
My name is Michael Lyons, and I'm excited to tell you about my new course. It's entitled The Golden Age of Summer Movies. And in this course, we are going to take a trip back in time to the summers of 1975 through 1989, when Hollywood's blockbuster summer movie season first came into being, and also when some of the biggest movies of all time were released. The course will begin 50 years ago in June of 1975 with Steven Spielberg's Jaws and how the release of that film helped create the summer movie season. From there, we'll talk about Star Wars in 1977. George Lucas' seminal sci-fi epic helped the summer movie season to evolve. And then we will go on to talk about such big blockbusters as Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Batman, and many, many more. We'll also discuss how the summer movie season helped the Hollywood movie industry to evolve, and we'll also talk about how it changed how we go to the movies. So whether you're an avid moviegoer or the casual movie fan, grab some popcorn and join me for this 3-week Zoom course on Wednesdays, May 7th, May 14th, and June 4th from 12 to 1:30.
My name is Jay Bonal. The topic of my presentation is Food as Medicine, Health Promotion in Oriental Medical Perspective. This will be provided in person at the McGuire Center at the Westminster Oaks. The dates of a presentation is May 7, 14, and June 4. The overall purpose of my presentation is to provide an overview of the theories of disease, illness causation, and theoretical underpinnings of traditional Chinese medicine and its components, specifically the herbal medicine, acupuncture, nutrition and exercise, etc. And the concept of a food as medicine will be introduced with several examples of conditions such as a GERD, gastrointestinal esophageal disease, indigestion, constipation, whatever, while comparing and contrasting between Western medicine strategies and Oriental medical strategies. And other non-pharmacological, non-food strategies used in traditional Chinese medicine will be explored, specifically acupuncture and acupressure, massage, and things like that. and some of the non-pharmacological acupressure techniques will be demonstrated. And lastly, evidence-based practice sites such as National Institute of Health, National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health sites will be explored for the healthcare providers and consumers to be able to go and obtain evidence-based information for their use and health promotion. So this will be intense, but basically information sharing to keep people healthy. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Arlene. Architecture is much more than just bricks and stones. It's the creation of places. The places we live with our dear ones are called houses. The places where we nurture our minds are called schools. The places where we commune with the gods, we call them religious architecture, and they have occupied humans since prehistory. The most spectacular architectural creations usually respond to the human interest in crafting an intermediate level between earth and heaven. Our course, For the Love of God, Religious Architecture, will meet from 9:30 to 11:15 a.m. at Westminster Oaks on May 8 and 15, June 5, 12, and 26, and July the 3rd. We will have 3 sessions at Westminster Oaks, and during the next 3 days, we will visit different examples of religious architecture in Tallahassee. I'm still organizing with the help of Deborah the places we will visit, but we will inform you. So July on May 8th, 15th, and June the 5th, we will meet at Westminster Oaks. And then the other 3 days, I will let you know where the different buildings we're going to meet, and we're going to have special tours so that we can get to know better different interpretations of this intermediate level designed by humans. I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emmanuel Abramovitz, and I will be teaching a class called The Best Rock Songs of All Time. It will be, for 6 weeks, we'll be discussing which are the best songs. You know that when you gather with your rock fans that are friends of yours, there will always be the discussion of which is the best song ever. Some will choose songs like Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Some others will choose Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple or Hotel California by Eagles. So there are many great songs in the history of rock music. So yeah, we'll cover music, you know, by Pink Floyd, by the Rolling Stones, by the Beatles, the best bands ever. So don't miss it. I recommend this class a lot, and be ready to rock and roll, definitely. And in this class, you will have a choice, either to choose a stairway to heaven or a highway to hell. The second is more fun. I recommend that. So don't miss these classes. We'll start these classes on Tuesday, May 6th at noon. Tuesday, May 6th for 6 weeks at noon. So don't miss it, and see you online. Be ready to rock and roll.
May the 8th and May the 15th. Come and join me for a journey of exploration through Amazonia to meet the peoples and wider ecosystems calling the rainforest home. You will learn about the history, living tradition, and the possible future of this contested river basin. I will be your guide. My name is Austin Howard, and I'm an anthropologist and linguist pursuing a doctorate here at Florida State University. I have worked in the Amazonian regions of Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru, and I look forward to seeing you and welcoming you in person from 10 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. on Thursday the 8th and Thursday the 15th of May at Allegro Senior Living. I hope to see you there.
Hello, I'm Chef Rex. I want to welcome you to the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute's summer classes. I will be presenting a class on garde manger. That's the cold side of the kitchen. My class will be on Tuesday, May the 13th, beginning at 5 p.m. If you've ever wanted to learn about pickling or fermenting or creating cold soups like vichyssoise, or my personal favorite, the roasted tomato basil, you need to take this class. You will actually be creating your own composed salad and the complimentary vinaigrette, followed by a fabulous appetizer, and we'll finish with an amuse-bouche treat from the chef, all of which you'll be able to take home and share with your family. You do not want to miss this class. Sign up today because a culinary experience awaits you. Bon appetit!
Hello, Ollies. My name is Dr. Susan H. Lawson, and I will be teaching the Public Speaking 101 The Easy Way class in person at the Ohana Institute and also on Zoom in 2 sessions on Thursdays, May 8th and 15th at 5 p.m. Central Time. Get ready to learn essential public speaking skills for any social setting and professional venues. This is a course that will teach you the elements that you need to be comfortable and confident as you present. We will also help you identify and correct any potential areas that you feel uncomfortable with or something that maybe you hadn't thought of that you need an improvement on. All of those things will be used to help mentor you and teach you through this course. We look forward to having you. Thank you so much for your interest.
Hi, my name is Greg Ehrbar, and I am an author and historian, and right now I'm coming to you from the Brady Bunch living room. The Brady Kids were just one group that was launched by their own TV show. There were many individuals and groups that became famous this way and sold a lot of records. It started in the 50s, where Ozzie Nelson came up with the idea of launching the pop career of his son Ricky, and overnight he became a sensation, followed by the first female TV pop star, Annette Funicello, who was truly chosen by the public, and I'll explain why that was, to become a star that sold about 12 different albums and dozens of singles, and had 3 top 10 hits. Then we'll look at the Donna Reed Show, which gave us Paul Peterson and Shelley Fabares, who had a #1 hit with Johnny Angel. The Monkees, probably the most famous of the fictional or not fictional groups, but it became pretty much a real group, had hit after hit, and how the Archies, which came after, was a group that was a cartoon, and yet had a song so successful, Sugar Sugar, that it was the #1 song of 1969, outdoing even the Beatles. And even the Beatles had a Saturday morning cartoon which taught 2 sets of lyrics to each song every single week, creating a fan base of kids for their music and selling a lot of records. We'll look at the Partridge Family, which was a fictional family, and how that sound was created with David Cassidy and Shirley Jones, and became so successful that TV Guide said it was practically a branch of the US Mint. We'll also look at some of the examples that came a little bit later, but it's going to be a great groovy time, and it's called I'm a Believer, How Television Changed Pop Music, Wednesdays, June 11th, 18th, and 25th from 12 noon to 1:30 Eastern Time. Look forward to seeing you, and come on, get happy.
Hi, my name is Asa Perelswijk, and I'd like to invite you all to my new class about Siberia. So, Siberia is the Asian part of Russia, which is mostly known for being big, cold, mostly empty area from which Russia's biggest exports, oil and gas, just sort of magically appear. But as we'll see in this course, there's a lot more to Siberia than frozen wasteland. We're going to cover a wide range of topics in this class, including physical and human geography of Siberia, the history of this region, environmental issues, and the role that Siberia plays in the present economy and foreign policy of Russia. So join me for this fascinating class, and we'll see you all there. Thanks.